Brad, I guess the biggest question is team itching those legs. Are you going to get him onto the double days below the waist?
There's been talk with our head S&C Damien Marsh, and we're going to address that because we're all about balance here, and he's clearly unbalanced. So,
I know he's fans of Roosters. He doesn't have to have chicken legs.
Mate, we just make sure the news anchors they have a pair of board shorts. Just make sure everything's above here.
Don't group us all together, mate. Danny and I work hard on the law.
It's not naturally when you're lifting this much weight.
Just standing up.
The Force, mate, what do they bring, and more importantly, what do you need to do to make sure it's not a hit and run mission?
I think they bring a proud group of men. They've got a lot of experienced guys there. Rob Kearney, I played with him at Leinster. Outstanding. I don't know how many caps. He must be close to 100 caps for Ireland. Richard Kahui. These guys I played with, ex-All Blacks and Wallabies, and so proud men, a lot of experience, and they've been playing for each other. They haven't been going away, and they'll be coming to get the job done.
Danger game up to the highs of Canberra as well for you guys to make sure you keep that level.
Every week, it's the old coach cliches, I guess. Every week's a dangerous one, but that was good to get that result down there. That was a tough hit out, and these guys, we're going to be on our game. And if you look at our team that we've selected, it shows that we're it's got a full strength group out there, and hopefully a really good contest again. There was that game on the weekend with us and Brumbies was a lot of good feedback around that. Both sides, what they brought, and we'll be looking for that again as well.
I know he's not playing this week or this season. We spoke about last week, but the confirmation Rodder's heading there, does that add extra spice? Like, it was well timed, the announcement, Reds versus the Force this week?
Not really. From our point of view, that was addressed last week, and it's not really. We're sort of just getting on, So that's Rugby Australia and the Force, and they're doing their thing, and that's it really.
You've made a couple of changes. Filippo's out. Illy's pretty well unknown. I mean, he got off the bench in that first round, scored a try, but what can you, as a coach, what can you tell us about him? I've heard he's quicker than Suli, he's the fastest in the squad, is that right?
Yeah, I think he got the quickest time. Yeah, he's just a talent. So he's not. Sometimes you get the Fijian guys that are a little bit quiet. He'll get around the lads, have a bit of chat, bit of humour, a bit of fun. But yeah, he's exciting, and it's his first chance to start, and we think he's got real promise. Yeah.
You've done well to have these lads come through and impress immediately. That not necessarily the big names. Like, there's been a few this year that made an impact. Like, how do you have your ability to do that for a side that's already stacked full of all these blokes?
I think it helps having a solid team to come into, and when you're a young player, you just have to. You don't have to do anything special. Just do your job, and I guess that's the message we get across. But if you think about it, for the last 3 years, this is what we've been doing. The first year was about 8 or 9 guys that played 0 games, and good luck. But yeah, it is good now to have more settled team to be able to bring guys in, and they just know I do my job. I don't have to invent the wheel or anything. I've just got to do my job. I'm part of this bigger group of guys doing their stuff, and they get confidence from those guys, those senior guys.
Obviously focuses immediately on Saturday and the next few weeks, but the Kiwi comp beyond that, you must have one eye on it, particularly playing well. You must be really keen to make sure that happens.
Super positive thing. I think it's fantastic, and I don't think it's if that happens, it has to happen.
Yeah.
Make it happen, and sounds like that's what they're doing. So wherever the bubble, wherever that is, we can be the Queensland Reds for 5 weeks, already. 40 minutes from where I grew up on the hills there in the Southern Alps. But yeah, I think there's good footy going on here in Australia. There's good footy going on there in New Zealand. And it's important that happens. I think so. I think supporters will enjoy that, and that's when COVID finishes. That's what that's what people are looking at, aren't they? So no, it's a good thing.
So happy to be like that might be an option, I guess. Go and all the teams travel and play a couple of weeks in a row in the destination that you're completely fine to do that.
Yeah, the biggest thing will be buying a big basket of flowers for my wife and I, if I came back. But knowing her and my kids, I'll probably try and sneak in there as well in the bubble. But I don't know where that happens, here or there, or you don't know what sort of chat there is around that. You guys might know, but I think that would be like a 6-week sort of 5-week program. So you sort of in and out, and it's a good thing for footy.
You probably answers this question then. Is that something you have or will speak to Rugby Australia about and say, hey, look, if we're going to make this happen, what about this as an idea?
Yeah, well,
the borders here are an issue, aren't they? Not just internationally, but state-wise. So going there seems logical.
yeah, I reckon there's no one, haven't played New Zealand for a long time, and with all the Kiwi lads there, I'm sure they'd like that, to be placed on the Sunshine Coast or the Gold Coast as well. So there's probably both sides. There's a bit of fun around that, but yeah, wherever it needs to happen, hopefully that happens. But once again, I don't really have any information on that, and I just think that sounds positive. We want that competition, and we're appreciating the competition that we have now, but ultimately that's what it's looking to get to in the future, and that's an exciting product. I think the fans will enjoy that.
Just back on the team, Hamish back on the bench. I gather he's learned his lesson, ready to sort of pay his dues for missing out last time.
Yeah, well, that was the situation last week, and that's done now. And like I said, he's highly respected guy on the team, and it's close to a 50 capper. So Hamish is a fine young man, and it's really good to have him back. So yeah.
And then Kalani on the bench. Obviously, Mo's pretty experienced 9, started and backed up Tate or whoever it has been over a number of seasons. What's the decision behind bringing Kalani in there? Is it an exciting prospect for a young one?
Yeah. Well, Mo's been doing a good job on the weekend. Kalani is sort of in that third spot as a halfback. If there's an injury or something happens at any time, he comes into it, and I think there's a good opportunity at home, for him to get a taste, potentially in this game. So he's been working hard. He's been with us for a long, last year, and big pre-season. He's been working hard on his game, and if you know anything about Kalani, he's shown a lot of promise at school level out at Ipswich Grammar. I know they'll be really proud about him playing, and hit a year in Colts, and we think he's a real prospect, and this is an opportunity for him. So it's no slight on Mo. Mo's been doing a good job, but we see an opportunity. Like I said, he just when he gets that chance, he does his job amongst the team, and that's all he has to do. And further along the competition, if he gets called in or not, there's a taste there. There's something to have to go from.
You mentioned they've got a whole bunch of blokes that used to play with. Who wins in your mind as far as a battle between youth and experience? What wins that battle?
Between the two teams, you mean?
Well, just in general, because obviously they've got a lot of experience, you've got a lot of youth, but let's take who's playing out, but youth v experience, what normally wins, and how do you counter one over
Usually what wins is a balance, you know. So usually it's a bit of experience in your team and also some youth, some vibrance, brings that energy, and you bring them together and they thrive. So, yeah, well, I guess we'll see. That's what's exciting about Saturday. You know, we'll be able to tell you on Sunday what wins. But, you know, a cool thing is we're getting a lot of guys around those 50 caps. When I came in, I was aiming for 40 to 60 range of caps. We had a whole heap of zeros. And you know, Liam Wright's 0 first year, Angus Scott Young 0, a whole heap of guys, Taties, whatever. They're all in the 40s now. You know, I think Angus Scott Young would be his 50th next week. There's a lot of guys who are going to be around that 50 sort of cap zone, which you know is cool. You get your young guys, but they've got some experience. So. That's I think that's a value. You're seeing them grow and they're starting to, like I said, bring in young guys in, starting to mentor younger guys and that. So yeah, it's a positive thing.
On experience, the most experienced bloke in your team, O'Connor, has been playing at the top level for 12 years now, and we saw on the weekend in particular how important his leadership and composure has become to this young team. How hard is the club working? How important is it to make sure he hangs around, re-signs, and is here for a few more years?
Yeah, it's great having him in here, and yeah, definitely want him, here in the future. And I thought he did a wonderful job in that game. If you know James, he's got a real calm personality, and you know, that leadership. Really suits in situations like that. And the group as a whole, there was never any stress. They were just, I guess, critiquing where we're getting things wrong and just going about what we need to do right. So, yeah, I was really pleased with that. They never felt out of it, even when we sort of got closer in 16-30 or something it was, 32, came back again and. So, yeah, there's some real growth there, and it's good for the guys as a team. And like I said with James, yeah, we're wanting him to stay on. He's very valued, and really pleased for him as with his captaincy. It's cool that he's got some kudos around that.
Are you confident he will? There was obviously a bit of chatter back in the last year that he might go elsewhere. Confident he'll stay here?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.